Assalamu alaikum students. My name is Asif and I am back with the lecture number 10 and part number 3. Today we are going to read out the text and finding the difficult words and the meaning of the words, and then analysis of the all the verses and central idea and summary, whatever you can say. We will just analyze the text. So let's begin. Come on to the page number 67. Page number 67. Lines from Ulysses, Alfred Lord Tennyson. You two have to open up your books and read out with me and write down the meanings of the difficult words. Either you can note down the meanings of the difficult words in your notebook. So remember, these words are very difficult to find in the dictionary. So this is the reason I am telling you the meanings of the difficult words of the words poetic diction that have been used in this poem. So let's begin with the line number 1. Souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, my mariners. Alfred Lord Tennyson is beginning with the word my mariners. Who is calling Ulysses? Ulysses is calling to his mariners. Mariners means generally, if we talk about mariners, who are the mariners? Who sail in the sea, who travel from one part into the another part of the sea. But actually here Ulysses is addressing to his people, mariners, who throughout his life worked with Ulysses and fought many wars, and all the time they were with Ulysses. So Ulysses is addressing those people. I have told you in the previous lecture, the first part he is talking to his son, and in the second part he is talking to his people, and these are the ending lines of the poem. Souls. Here Ulysses is talking, the poet has used the word souls. Souls means people. Souls that have toiled. Shortly the word has been written by the poet. Toiled means worked very hard, and wrought constructed, to prepare something, to make something, and thought, and who always said yes to me and always made up their mind with my decision. That ever with a frolic welcome. Frolic, joy. Frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine. The thunder, sunshine, comfort, difficult time. So here I am going to analyze first 1, 2 and the half line, half verse. Ulysses is talking to his mariners, and he is saying, first of all, he is paying tribute to all the people who always welcomed the decision of Ulysses, who always traveled with the Ulysses, who always worked with the great king Ulysses. They said ever and throughout their lives yes to their boss Ulysses. Whenever Ulysses called for the war, whenever Ulysses called them for the work, whenever Ulysses asked them to fight for, they always welcomed their leader Ulysses. Therefore Ulysses is paying a tribute to those people who were always with him and who always worked for Ulysses, and who always proved that they were faithful and sincere friends to Ulysses. So first of all, he is paying tribute, and he says that you have worked with me, you have made battles with me, you have made constructions with me, you have made your mind with me, and you forever welcome all the times. Either the time was difficult, either the time was easiness, you welcome with great joy. You never show any sign of exhaustion. You did not show that you were exhausted and you were tired doing fights and struggles. You always welcomed and worked energetically with me. First of all, he is paying a great tribute to his people. Then he says, and opposed free hearts and free foreheads. What is the meaning of forehead? Forehead means the part of the face above the eyebrows. This is called foreheads. Free foreheads and free hearts, and opposed. Opposed means to go against with someone or in something. So then poet says, Ulysses says to his people that you always welcomed my decision, you always welcomed my call. Whenever the time was difficult or easy, the situation was easy or difficult, either you were keeping weapons with you, either you were not keeping weapons with you, either you had facilities or either you had not facilities with you, but you always welcomed me and opposed with the person and fought against the people whom I used to hate or whom I used to fight with. So he is saying that you were in all the cases, in all the circumstances, you were with me. So I am paying great tribute to you first of all. So you are great people, you always were with me and you always were on my side. You always respected me and you always worked for me, so I am grateful to you. He is paying tribute and he is saying to his mariners. Then he says, you and I are old age hath yet his honor and his toil. Death closes all. He is reflecting his own idea that whenever we come whenever we come to the age when we are old, the old age has its own an honor. The word hath means, the old word is hath and now we use has. So poet Ulysses is saying that whenever I called you, whenever I asked you for fight, you always welcomed my call, and we are now old. So what? He is saying if we are old, so old age has also his own great honor. Old people are more wise than young people. They have wisdom, so they are more valuable than young people. No doubt, old people are more valuable and more respectable than young. So therefore he is saying that death closes all. He indicates the eternal life, that they are going to die very sooner. So what he says, what he recommends at the moment, he says, but something ere the end. What is the meaning of ere? E-R-E, ere means before. But something ere the end. He is reminding them that we should do something before the end. Until we die, we should work. Until we are not going to die, we should do something that we have done never before. So still we have time and we should do something else. We should not think that we are old and we should now keep rest at homes. We should go for more adventures still at the age of old age. So he is saying that something we should do before the end, before death reach to us, we should go for some adventures still. But he is also warning them that some work of noble note, that we should, he is saying to his people that we should do some great thing, some noble work. The work should not be that is against of God. We should not go against God, but we should always do the work that is in the favor, or that has been asked by the God. We should not go against our religion. We should not go against our God. So we should, if we are going to die, it does not mean that we should surrender ourselves. We still have time to do something. If you have been born into this world, it shows that you have been here, or you have come to do some work from the beginning to end. If you are living, if your heart is beating, if you are living, you are breathing, it means you are alive. And until you die, you have to do something, because you are alive. Only dead people do nothing. So you are alive or living person, and it is the sign that you should do something. Don't think that this is the enough time for me, and now I am old, I should take only rest, I am not going to do more work. So this is Ulysses is saying to his people, because he wants his people to go for a long voyage once again, and he wanted to achieve a great task at the end of his life. Instead of taking rest at home, so the death is coming to him, he should wait for the death. No, he says no. Instead of staying at home, instead of keeping rest, we should go out, and we should do something that we have not done before. Then he says, not unbecoming men that strive with God. Strive is the second form of strive. Strive means to work hard, but here the context meaning is to fight. He is saying that those who go against the God, those who are against the religion, we should not follow the path of those people. We should not go to do, we are not supposed to do the work that is against the religion, that is against God. We should only follow the path of righteous. We should only follow the path of success and eternal success, not temporary success. Then he says, the lights begin to twinkle, glowing or shining from the rocks. The long day wanes means to become dim. He says the long day is about to end and the night is about to fall. So we should do something before the night falls. And says mourns, crying, or the voices of crying, mourns round with many voices. Come my friends, tis, the word tis means, shortly the poet has written tis, it means it is. It is. Tis. It is not to seek. It is not too late to seek a newer world. Push off. And sitting well in order smite. Smite means attack. Alfred says that you know very well that we are about to die, and if we want to make our name for the coming nations, generations, we should go out and we should work for it. Even many people believe that the time has come and they are old, and it is not good for them to do more work in their life. He has different opinions than those people. He says that life is not as you think. Life is as if we are going to die. Why should we are waiting for the death? Why should we are not doing the noble work? that may live our name, that may keep our name forever. So we should do something, because we are going to die, and we have to see the last life, the eternal life. So instead of keeping wait for the death, instead of keeping wait for the end, we should do something before it's too late. He is saying, many people think that when at the particular time of their lives, many people believe that it is enough for them, and now the time has left, now that there is no more time to do something else. If you have studied 16 years of education, and many people think that it is enough for me, it is not. It is not enough for you. Even nothing is enough for you in your life. You should work until you die. And if you think that I have done 16 years of education, and now you are at the age of 50s, and you think that it is enough for me, the age was of doing MPhil or doing something else of 30s, now I am 50s, now it does not suit me. No, you are wrong. The work, the time of the work is not fixed. If you are in present and you are trying to do something, don't look the people, don't pay your attention to those people who are saying that the time has gone, you are not able to do something. You are able to do something at any time. Whenever you think that the work or that thing should be done, this is the time for making yourself straight and go for it. So I think poet is saying that instead of keeping rest, instead of thinking that the time is over and the time has been passed, no, you should think that this time is the time then that we should start our work for. Then he says, the sounding furrows means waves. He says, the sounding furrows for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isle. What is happy isle? I will tell you later. And see the great Achilles. And who is Achilles? I will tell you about Achilles. Later I will tell you in this video what is happy isle and what is Achilles. And see the great Achilles, whom we knew, though much is taken, much abides. Abides means remains. And though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time, but fate, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will. What is will? Positivity that you make in your brain. To strive, to work very hard, to seek, to find out, to find and not to yield. What is the meaning of yield? Give up. Now I am going to analyze the last lines of the poem. He is saying that many people believe that the time is over. He says no, we should stand up whenever we decide to do something, and this is the golden time when you make your decision that we should do something at this moment. Therefore he is saying that if you do some work, listen to me very carefully, if you do some work and you are afraid of failure, and you think that you are going to fail, your task, project, business or something else, you are wrong. He says, if you are going to face something He says, if you are going to face and you think that this is very difficult for me, he says, yes, the difficult thing is the thing that will keep you or take you towards the success. If you think that you are not able to face the difficulty, then you should not start your any work. And you think that if you are a living person, you should not get afraid of those things that make you stop or make you afraid of doing something. So instead of thinking that you are going to fail, you should think that if you cross that difficulty, if you cross the phase that you are facing and you think it is the most difficult thing, this is the phase. When you cross the phase and on the other side there is victory waiting for you. So he thinks that, he says that instead of making afraid yourself that you are going to fail, if you think, if you tend that you will fail, if you keep this thing in your brain, you will not win forever. If you want to win, if you want to succeed, if you want to complete, if you want to conquer, you should think that you have to do your work until you die. If you are living, it shows that you have to do something. And in the ending lines, he says that we are not strong as we were strong in the early ages. No doubt, when you are young, you are healthy and you are brave and you are strong. But when you come to at the ending ages, you are not strong enough to fight or to work more. But what he says, listen to it. He says, the health, the wealth, the power, the money does not matter. Only matters the thing is your will. If you are strong in your will, if you make your decision that you are definitely going to win. If you have a strong will, you need not money, you need not power, you need not the cooperation of other people, you need not the assistance. You only need to do something or to achieve something is your strong will. If you have a strong will, no one is going to stop you. And at the end, he says, at the end ending words, he says, we should never ever give up at any stage. Remember, if you give up, if we gave up, we people, Pakistani people gave up, we would not be in this state of Pakistan that has been made in the name of Islam. So remember this thing. It was the decision of Quaid-e-Azam. We are in this state. He was a stern believer. He was strong in his decisions. He always kept his promises. This is the reason we are in the state of Pakistan. We are in an independent Islamic state. If we were not working in the past, we were not having the strong belief or faith or keeping our promises, we would not be living in this independent country. So if you want to succeed, you should think that if you have decided to do something, you should go for it and never think about give up. And this is how Quaid-e-Azam says that think 100 times before you take a decision, and once the decision is taken, go for it as a one man. By saying this, I am going to sign off this time, and I'll be back with the next lecture. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye. I know this lecture was in brief. Briefly, I have talked to you briefly, but I will try to make it more strong and more energetic and more brief for the next time. And till next time, take care. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.